It's Ebro in the morning. Laura Styles, Rosenberg,
Hey, hey.
and one of the youngest fighters to ever touch down at that MGM. Let's give it up for Devin Haney right now on the program.
Thank you.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Oh, you soft spoken, but nice with the hands. That's your MO, right?
Yeah.
Look at him. How old are you, sir? Just for the audience.
I'm 17 years old.
17 years old, and the fight already happened at the MGM, correct?
Yep.
And how was that? How was that experience for you?
It was a great experience. It was crazy seeing myself on a big screen, walking out. Like, it was something I always dreamed of growing up in Vegas. I mean, living in Vegas. It was just crazy to see. Crazy. It was just crazy.
What card was it?
The Manny Pacquiao undercard, Manny Pacquiao versus Bradley.
I was there. You were on early, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I was early.
Like
yeah.
like a few hours before the fight.
Yeah, I think I was a fifth fight.
Yeah, it's
So not that early.
No, that's not.
Look at him. Look at him. He like not
This
that
one's
early.
probably
Don't try
getting
to
right.
play me.
Not
that early. Not that early.
Nah, he's right. Fifth fight ain't that early.
It ain't.
But I fight May 21st at the D Hotel, and then July 23rd I fight at the MGM again on pay-per-view.
What card is that?
Terrence Crawford.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, I'm
man.
gonna be the first fight on pay-per-view, so definitely too.
Wow.
You're so young. How old are you when you started training?
I was 7 years old,
Wow.
And what's your weight class?
130 lightweight,
And you're now 17 years old.
17 years old,
And how old are you when you turn professional?
17 years old.
Wow,
he
this
just-
all this
So
year.
it's just happening right now.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
are growing up in Vegas, spent a lot of time there, being a part of the money team, right?
Not a part of the money team. I train with Floyd Senior.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he is my trainer. But
He is
not a
your
part
trainer,
of
but
the-
you're not a part of the money team.
No.
But you have, you're obviously in that environment,
yeah.
seeing that boxing world in
Yes,
Vegas.
yes.
Is it something that your family was involved in, or is this a passion just of yours?
No, this is just a passion of mine. I'm the first boxer in my family. Yeah.
So how
your
it
dad
said-
is with you. Your dad now is your dad like your manager? Is that the relationship, or this is your own thing?
My dad's my advisor.
Got it.
He advised me to get my own company. He advised me to get my own company called Sweat Equity, and so
How did you? So if you're the first in the family, how at 7 years old was that something that you already got into your mind that you wanted to do?
I was fighting a lot in school, and so my dad took me to the gym because he was like, "All right, if you want to fight in school, then I'm gonna take you to the gym, and you can fight somebody that's experienced, somebody that really knows how to fight." Because I was a good street fighter. And then so when I went to the gym, I had sparred a kickboxer. It was my first day in the gym. I sparred a kickboxer, and then I had knocked him out of his shoes, and it was like crazy. Like I couldn't believe it. And here I am. I'm still boxing. I never stop.
Now, did you find yourself getting more? I mean, obviously you got a lot more discipline and you learned your craft that much better. But I'm sure the fights on the schoolyard and in the street slowed down after you really got a place to focus.
I didn't get into I didn't get into no fights after that because I had something to protect.
I respect that. That's a dope. Have you guys seen this guy's clips? His
No.
hand, like how fast he is in speed.
Nah, he's fast.
So I mean, precise and fast. I want to ask you something. What do you think? I mean, obviously, speed is your strength. That's one of your strengths. You feel like
Yeah, speed and power.
you feel
my
like you're
feet- my
powerful
feet-
though.
I got speed and power. I can move. I'm smart in the ring. I got a little bit of everything.
What do you feel like your weakness is?
Weakness.
What are you working on every day to get better at?
I'm working on staying relaxed because now it's a pro. So now you got to stay relaxed. 'Cause you go on more rounds, so you can't just go in there like an amateur fight and burn out. You got to stay relaxed and learn how to break your opponent down more.
Who are your favorite fighters of all time?
Of all time, I like Sugar Ray Robinson. I like Ezra Charles. I like Roy Jones, Floyd Mayweather.
What did you think of the fight this weekend between Khan and Canelo?
I actually didn't see it. I saw the highlights, but I thought it was a good fight. I heard Khan was winning the fight.
He was.
Until that
was.
big shot, of course.
Till you got knocked out. That chin. How's your chin? You ever been knocked down? Knocked
No,
out?
I never been knocked down, but I don't want to get my chin tested. I don't really want to
wanna
know.
stay out of that.
Yeah. Try not to get hit as
Rather
much.
not find out.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
okay.
So you pattern your fights probably more like a Mayweather, where it's a lot of movement. You know what I mean? Being quick. You're not gonna stand toe to toe and just brawl unless somebody beat on you like that.
No, of course not. Nah. I don't like to stand there. I like to get hit as least as possible, but
And over the next several years, as you come up in the pros, who do you have your sights on?
well, right now I'm 17 years old, so I'm still growing. I'm still getting bigger, so I don't really know what weight I'm gonna be at, but all the champions, whatever weight,
wherever the belt is.
wherever the belt at.
Do you, and Rosenberg, maybe you could talk more about this. I was talking to his dad before we started this conversation, and I remember the day that Floyd became the bad guy. It was against Oscar De La Hoya. He wore the sombreros on Cinco de Mayo, and kind of he was the bad guy for the Mexican. They really hated him, but word has it that those, the Mexican fighters, they get a big pay-per-view number, and Floyd knew that to become a superstar and to get those big checks, he needed something to kind of make people want to see him. So he became this bad guy. Do you feel? I mean, you watch boxing a lot more closely than I do. Do you feel that's still the thing to get the big purse?
Well, I mean, I think it depends on the fighter, right? But there's no question that the Latino buying market is the biggest one. I mean, it is. There are challenges about just being an American fighter. There aren't many American fighters that people shell out a lot of money to watch. Like the numbers for Canelo are through the roof, and part of it's because he's a great fighter, and part of it is because he's a Mexican hero, and people really rally around that. So Floyd's no dummy. He knew exactly what he was doing when he created that persona.
I mean, obviously you're very young, but do you study this sort of thing on the business side for yourself?
Oh, definitely. Floyd did a great job of marketing himself to be a big prize fighter, and that's the main thing, being the biggest prize fighter, and that's one thing I am. I'm a prize fighter. I fight for the biggest prize.
Well, and it is a different ballgame, right? Like you're already up here doing press. How many pro fights do you have?
5.
Oh, you have 5 pro fights, and you're already trying to build your public persona. So there's an interest, and so people want to spend money to see you.
Exactly. And one thing that me, like being in this era that I got different, I got social media. So social media, I could build myself a lot more easier rather than
which is different than other fighters.
Yes.
I mean, no one knows who.
I know.
No one knew no one knew who anyone was after 5 fights back in the day.
And I'm hearing you're taking meetings with Roc Nation.
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I actually been to Jay-Z's house. Jay-Z invited me to his house in Beverly Hills, and we talked and from there. And I actually have a meeting with Roc Nation later on today.
So is it gonna happen? You're gonna do this deal, or you don't want to say it because it might mess up some business?
Like I was saying, my dad advised me to be the boss of my own company. Like I said, sweat equity, be the boss. Basically, just invest in myself.
But if Roc Nation wants to partner, then you're open to that discussion, right, Dad? Partnership.
He's like shaking his head. Yep.
He's open to all meetings.
But you're definitely not going to give up your company. You're not going to give up your company and your control of your company.
Exactly.
I'm just curious. You're so young. Are you still in high school?
Yeah, I'm a junior in high school.
How does your life change? How do people react? Like, how do you? Because to me, it's like you're so focused on your career, but you're still a teenager. You're in high school.
Yeah. It's kind of like crazy that people like don't understand, like they don't believe that how old I really am. But I do online school, so I don't go to school, so I'm really.
Oh, so you don't go? Okay, so you're not going to a traditional high school.
Yeah. So,
when was the last time you were in regular school?
7th grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you ever miss any of it? You feel like you're missing out?
No, cause I still have like a social life. I still like go hang out with my friends and everything.
So you've kept friends from school, even though you're not in school.
Yes.
And
are you going to prom?
Next year, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
And how much time? What is your training regimen like? Like, how often are you in the gym?
And like I would do a morning workout. Then I'll do some school work in between, like 2 to 3 hour workout, maybe, or I'll run in the morning, then do like some school work, and then go work out again, maybe spar, go to the boxing gym, and then later on I have like a night workout.
Can I talk to you, Dad? Are you open to having conversation, or you let him shine?
No,
Can I talk to you on camera? Yeah. Come around here. I have a question for you. Because you see a lot of young people
Here, you can take
get into things that they love, right? And he says he's the first boxer in the family. I'm sure you guys just father son, put the pads on and work. Right. But you saw something, and you obviously him getting in trouble was a thing.
Well, initially, getting in trouble was not. Devin was just kind of like defending himself. He was using aggression as the way of defense coming from Oakland. And so I said, well, Devin,
you guys from Oakland, you're from the Bay too?
Yeah,
okay, I didn't know that.
Originally from Oakland.
All right.
So when we went to Vegas, we moved to Vegas to provide a better,
Yeah, things get crazy in Oakland.
Yeah, exactly. So, But he was using his way of dealing with things in Oakland. He was using the same in Las Vegas, and it was kind of inappropriate. So he was like, more so, Dad, he was gonna hit me. So what was I supposed to do? I'm like, you need to go to the gym and let's see what this is, see if that can kind of channel some things. And the coach just right off the bat says, your son is a natural. I was like, wow, what do you mean? Like, so where do we go from there with this?
Right.
So now he has something to protect. So I would use boxing as a form of, okay, you're not going to be able to go to the gym, So he doesn't get in trouble because he's protecting what.
So you feel like boxing in some way saved your son?
Yeah. I mean, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, not even really say. I think he developed an interest, and we were able to hone it, and him, a career path early on in life, something that he wanted to do. So I
now,
don't.
do you because parents struggle with this
Yes.
moment at the crossroads of like, I see my kid has an interest in something. How do I, or who do I go to? I mean, you knew that he enjoyed the fight in some. You must have seen that he kind of enjoyed the physical activity in some way for you to be like, we're going to the gym to see if you really.
Yeah, no, exactly. But the thing about it was when we went to the gym, we saw that it was kids that didn't really want to be in the gym, because they had dads that
were pushing them somewhere they didn't want to be.
So I didn't come from a boxing background, so we were only there for him, and then ironically he said the thing about Jay at Jay's house. We were at Jay's house because of him. We were at the pay-per-view was because of him. So I kind of wanted him. I advised him that he had intellectual property in himself. His whole sweat equity that we talk about. So financially is one thing, the finances is one thing, and then his talent is one thing. And boxers don't tend to understand the difference from the past because you have to go through the traditional forms of marketing. But with the internet now, he's able to market and promote himself and create this kind of fanfare and this interest.
How do you keep him from burning out? Because, when you get this focused this young, right? Sometimes that's becomes your whole life and everything that you are, and you don't necessarily have balance in life and things like that. How do you?
Well, what we do is try to stay consistent with the amateur program in the sense of he would actually be competing for the Olympic medal this year. So we kind of fight with the way that AIBA and the amateurs kind of fight.
This.
You don't know anything about that?
Well,
see, he's too young to fight for an Olympic medal, but he's old enough to turn pro. That's some crazy
That's
stuff.
wild.
That's wild, right?
And in boxing, if you turn pro, can you still go for the Olympics or no?
They're working on that right now. There's
to make it
something. It's kind of confusing.
A
but
new
they are,
rule
they are,
or
yeah,
something.
they are working on that.
So you do want to go to the Olympics?
No, I'm not focused on the Olympics
You're
right now.
not focused on the Olympics.
on pro because of the age requirement.
Got it.
Right.
So, wow. So when they change this rule and you turn 18, then you could go to the. Is that the way it would work?
You have to be 19 to go to the Olympics now.
19.
Correct.
Because they took the headgear off, and it was 17 before, and then they took the headgear off, and now it's 19.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, Dad, I just wanted to hear from you. I wanted to hear the backstory because I do get you see young people so focused on something, and you hope that later on in life this is their dream, and not somebody else's dream. And look, I saw his videos. I think he's amazing. He's well spoken. I think I love what I'm seeing. I just don't want to see the day where he.
I think Floyd
burns
did.
out.
Floyd did a lot in terms of because we talked about being in Vegas, and when kids get a chance to see Floyd, as if you had saw Michael Jordan, he saw Floyd. So everything about Floyd and the boxing became a career. Early on, you're seeing that. You're seeing the cars. You see the houses. You see, the lifestyle. So we were just fortunate that he was in Vegas and he was fighting, and you got a chance to see Floyd and go to the gym and meet Mike Tyson and Zab Judah and all these wonderful champions that became mentors to us in our whole process.
What about the head injury concerns? As a parent, what do you think about, like this weekend, for example, there was a fight on the undercard, the David Lemieux fight. It was stopped very early, much earlier than fights would traditionally be stopped. The Lemieux's team actually threw in the towel immediately. Like one knockdown, done. in spite of the fact that he'd never been knocked down previous to that. So we live sort of in a different era when it comes to really protecting people from concussions and things of that nature. Have you guys discussed that at all? Like, or thought about a protocol that you would follow if that becomes a concern or anything like that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That became my judgment call, and the best way that I did was hired the best defensive coach in boxing, Floyd Mayweather Sr. That was my key to that, because he had been through several different trainers. Of course, Roy Jones, and he could tell you like all the trainers, right? But then ultimately, the cherry on top became Floyd Sr. And he doesn't get hit.
So your goal was let's avoid you getting hit altogether.
Right. Well, my goal was just to provide him as many tools and resources to what he was passionate about. And if it was a day that it looked at like, oh no, like I would throw in the towel. Like,
my dad always says that.
Yeah, I'm saying like that's on any given day. Remember, I took him to the gym the first time to get his ass whooped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it didn't happen. So the second time, the third time, I was like, oh shit, we got something now. You know what I mean? We got something. So also we want to plug, which we didn't, is at 5 o'clock, we'll be going to Mendoza's gym here in New York.
Yeah.
And we plan on sparring if anyone shows up.
To spar the young man.
Today.
So wait, you just bringing a wild animal anywhere? Just who
Listen,
want what?
Listen, I'm saying like to all the dads, I promise you, the kid that you might think is like really bad and you like sit your butt down, you might got something. Because that's what was being described with him. And he's just like, he's amazing because we go everywhere and he wants to do what he does best. You know what I mean?
It's a nice, proud dad.
Oh,
Look at it.
no
Look at it.
doubt.
Well, look at it. You took a negative into a positive, and now it's all.
I guess. Yeah.
It's Biggie. There's a Biggie quote.
Thanks. Thanks.
Hold that.
His name is Devin Haney. He is the youngest kid that you will see in pro boxing. Maybe we'll see him in the Olympics later on. Mendoza's gym. Where's that exactly located?
East 26th Street.
Oh, it's in Manhattan.
Right here in Manhattan. Devin, before we let you out of here, Sweat Equity is the company. You may sign the Roc, or you may partner with.
Devin Haney Promotions.
Yes.
Devin Haney Promotions is the company.
Is it? Oh, that's the name of the company. I thought you said
Yeah.
Sweat Equity, but you would just use it as a term.
No.
Got it.
Yeah.
And you may sign to Roc Nation as a partnership.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see what
We'll
happens.
see what they're talking about.
Yeah, we'll see what
it
they're talking
really
about.
looks like. I like this guy. I'm excited to see him. And when's the next fight, just so we can pay attention?
May 21st, I fight at the D Hotel in Las Vegas.
All right, and then after that, you said you're back at the.
It's going to be on CBS Sports, so you can watch it on TV.
The D Hotel is like downtown.
Yeah,
it's like
downtown.
It's downtown.
Oh,
Old
because they're
Vegas.
trying to make sure boxing comes back downtown.
Yeah, well, downtown's kind of blossoming a little bit more in general now, and the D is. I drove by it the other day.
Nice place. Because that downtown used to not be. So
No. Downtown's spotty still. I went to one part of town on Fremont Street where it's like they have a bunch of like trendy kind of little restaurants that are really cute, and you see like sort of the yuppies kind of moving in. And then when you go walk down Fremont Street undercover still, it is still when we walk through at night, like to watch the light show, it's still wild under there. But there is a new part of Fremont Street that definitely has like, little Thai restaurants and Mexican restaurants, like just things popping up.
Devin Haney Promotions. His name's Devin Haney. Great talking to you, man.
Yes,
and
sir,
it's the
thank you.
real Devin Haney on IG, right?
Just real Devin Haney.
Real Devin Haney, no the. All right, man.
Thanks, Devin.
Give it up.
Yes, sir.
Good luck,
Thank you.
bro.
Thank you.